A lot of my clients come into sessions and maybe they're bringing a song in that they're working on. They're trying something with their voice. They want to figure something out in a song that they're singing. And I think one of the things that can be quite limiting for singers is staying in one style and not experimenting with others. So often, if I have a student who's a rock singer and they predominantly sing rock, I will encourage them to sing something else. Sing a jazz song, sing a pop song, sing a country song, sing a musical theater song, right? Which might seem sort of foreign. It might seem like, well, why am I doing that? Well, because in the process of doing that, you are going to ask your muscles and your vocal cords and your whole voice system. You're experimenting, you're exploring, you're actually asking your muscles to behave in different ways, right? And the value of that is that your muscles get more flexible. They get more, they are able to take on different kinds of responsibilities that you might come across in different songs. They give you more flexibility, more agility, and ultimately, at the end of the day, it strengthens those muscles because there's more versatility in the way that they're being used, right? A lot of singers that sign into a Broadway contract and they do a show for a year or they go on a long tour. I have personally had this experience with the tour that I do. I've done an ABBA tribute for many years, and that specific show and all of the music that I sing requires me to sit in a very specific part of my range. And if I only did that, and I never asked my vocal cords to do other things, it gets a bit stagnant. And those positions in the vocal muscles that I keep using over and over and over again get tired. Fatigue shows up, right? It can actually result in feeling quite exhausted. And then we kind of are at more risk for injury and needing time to recover because we're not doing anything else with these muscles. So it's also comparing it to working out. It's like you're doing the same thing over and over again, but you're not really getting any different results because there's no variety to the routine. Now, if I'm in a famous rock band or I'm a famous pop singer, that is going to be part of the job is going out and singing my songs, right? But that's why it's really important to have a healthy vocal routine that asks your muscles to do other things. So you're not always just performing those songs at that position all the time, but you're actually asking the muscles to stretch. Maybe you work with some vocal therapy. Maybe you're doing other types of sounds and qualities in your vocal warm up that give you some relief and some recentering outside of the material. But getting back to styles, there is so much we learn when we play with other styles that are not our predominant style of singing. So, again, if you are a country singer, a country rock singer, predominantly a pop singer, you can learn a lot by singing contemporary musical theater that's got some similarities, but it's going to ask you to focus on different qualities within your voice, right? Different types of connections. If you are a heavy rock singer and all of a sudden you sing a little bit of jazz and you're using your breath differently and maybe you're sliding a bit more than normal, right? If you are an opera singer and you play with a little bit of pop music that's asking you to do different kinds of riffs and runs, that's going to ask you to do something different with those muscles, right? I was talking to a student recently who sings a lot of Persian music, and that style of music asks her voice to do very, very different types of movements, right? We learn a lot when we explore different styles. So that's your little lesson for the day. If you want some versatility, if you want a voice that's super flexible, challenge it to try different things. And to be honest, for me personally, in my own career, That's actually been the thing that has helped me to land certain jobs. Having the ability to switch between styles and sing lots of different types of things so that you can be a bit more versatile as you approach material so that you can take notes quicker. I remember being in an audition once, and I'll end on this story. And in the audition, I sang a song, and then the director said, "Are you okay learning a piece of music right now?" I said, "Of course, throw it at me." And so she throws the song at me. I go to sing the song. I take a few minutes, I learn it with the pianist. I go to sing it. And she said, "Can you do the exact same thing, no vibrato?" Right? I'm a musical theater singer. I sing all styles of music, but this was a musical. And so I was using my natural vibrato. I went back, I did the song again. She said, "Can you be breathier and no vibrato?" Because I had spent a lot of time singing jazz, singing pop, I was able to take that note, right? I was able to remove the bigger vibrato sound and I was able to straight tone those phrases. And then I was able to have connection in my vocal cords, but I made it a little bit of a thinner connection with a bit more of a breathier, falsetto-y quality, right? That's what comes when we develop our ability to be versatile in our style. Now, certain singers are going to predominantly focus on one thing, and that is okay. But it's part of when we see a singer like Ariana Grande or somebody go on SNL or Jim Carrey, and they're really good at imitating other singers, they've developed that ear for style. So we see Ariana Grande singing all her pop music, but then we see her in Wicked. She's developed, she came from musical theater. She grew up in musical theater, but then she really developed her pop style, right? That's a versatile singer right there. That's somebody who is aware of what it means to tap into this quality, tap into this quality. I hope that makes sense. Happy exploring. And don't forget to take care of your gut. Kombucha. This one is actually very good. Raspberry hibiscus. Okay, everybody. I hope that makes sense. If you missed some of this video, go back and watch the whole thing. And again, happy exploring. Explore styles. It will make you a stronger, more versatile singer. Okay, gotta go teach. Bye.